Barbara here from Barbara Makes Crafts, and I am the creator of BarbaraMakesCrafts.com, where I love to make beautiful crafts projects, and I love to show you how to do them as well. I hope that you can learn something from my videos and from my blog. And guys, I'm having a YouTube subscriber Cricut tool giveaway. Just look at that link right there, and it will give you all the details about it. Today, I want to show you how to make this t-shirt. I don't know how it shows on camera, but it says, "Be the kind of woman that when your feet touch the floor, the devil says, oh crap, she's up." I saw that and I thought, man, that is so cute. I love that saying. I had a question from a viewer on YouTube that wanted to know how to put different colors onto a t-shirt. So this video is going to be showing you how to layer your vinyl so that all your colors line up in one design and it goes on perfectly like you have it. So what we're going to need today is some HTV vinyl, heat transfer vinyl, and I'm using Starcraft HTV vinyl, and I'm going to be using this glittery gold for the crown, this red and the black are Caesar Easy Weave from 143vinyl.com, and then a green, which is the regular Starcraft HTV vinyl at 143vinyl.com. Guys, I love 143vinyl.com because their prices are really good. You can get any color of your vinyl in bulk. You can get tools, you can get glitter, you can get all kinds of things. And I will link to that down below. You will also need some tools. These are my favorite tools. This weeding tool is called Stab and Grab Tweezers, also from 143vinyl.com. And the squeegee, they call this a 4-inch squeegee from 143vinyl.com, $2. And it is so much better than any of the others I've tried. The Cricut ones are kind of stiff. This one's a little flexible. You'll need, obviously, a white t-shirt. Since we're using vinyl, the cotton content doesn't matter. So just whatever light t-shirt you like. You'll need a pressing pad to put under your t-shirt so that you don't burn your table, scorch your table. You'll need a mat to cut your vinyl on. This is just the Cricut standard grip mat, and I will be linking to all these products below. And I'm going to be using my Cricut mini press. I love this because it travels, it's light, and you can do almost any project with it. You can also use the Easy Press, the Cricut Easy Press, or a regular household iron. Although I would say the household iron, you want to make sure that there's no water in it, there's no steam, because the vinyl is not going to stick as well. If there's water in it, you're going to have a lot more difficulty. So, all right, so I think that is all. And don't forget, guys, about my YouTube subscriber Cricut tool giveaway. Just look at that little link right there, and it's going to give you all the details. All right, so let's get started.
Okay, in Design Space, you can see I have a blank canvas. I did this just by going over here and hitting New. So we're going to upload our design, and I already loaded into my uploads. Guys, I got this from designbundles.com. Okay, so this came in a little bit big. So let's just space it down 6.5 inches. And that, since the lock is on, it sizes it proportionally in length and width. So you can see that this does not look like what it looked like when I uploaded it. So I'm just going to hit ungroup. Then we'll be able to move lines around. And I'm just going to move each piece in place. And I want this to be out just a little, I think. So it doesn't look like just like a Christmas tree or something like that. And then move that shoe right in there. All right, now I'm going to give each one a color. I'm sorry I left this step out, but the color, just hit this block up here. It's usually black, and then it'll give this drop down, and you can make it whatever color you want. Okay, so there it is. It's designed the way I want it to. So now I'm just going to select all so that I can move it. Get a template. We want a t-shirt template. We're just going to scroll down, and the templates will not print. It's just a guide so you can see or design properly. All right, we're going to put this on a scoop neck shirt. Put our design on it. To get each layer, to layer these easily, quickly, so you can get it on your shirt, we are going to just go over here and click on Shapes. And I'm going to select a heart. The shape you choose does not matter at all. You can choose your favorite. You can choose your child's favorite. You can choose whoever's favorite that you're making this for. And I'm just going to kind of center it above the design. You want it to be kind of close to that crown, but not super close, because you are going to need some space in between it and the crown. And then I'm going to select all again, and I'm going to group again. And that is going to allow us to duplicate all together, and we want to duplicate it 3 times. Because we have 4 layers, we need 4 designs all together. So I'm just spreading the different designs apart so we can work with them individually. So now to get our colors to print separately, what we're going to do is, you can see over here when I select one of the designs in the layers panel, it becomes grayed out. So we're going to work with the grayed out area. We're always going to leave this heart, but we want to hide elements of the design so that we can work with the layering. So the first thing we're going to hide is going to be the leaves. I'm leaving the crown, so we'll just leave that there. We're going to choose the next layer and work with the grayed out section. We're going to leave the leaves this time. Then we're going to go to the next one, and this time I'm going to leave the words. And lastly, we are going to leave the shoe. All right, so now we have them, have each layer separately. So now it is time for us to do a color sync. So how we do that is up here on the layers panel, you see layers, and then you see color sync. So we have all of our layers, we have our hearts, our leaves, shoes. So how we do a color sync is we take one of the hearts and just drag it up to the layer that's above it, or the color that's above it, and it will turn the heart that color. So I'm just going to do that real quick. And then lastly, the shoe. Okay, then the last step is going to be selecting an element and attach. Guys, if you don't do this, it will not cut right. Your grouping just allows you to work with it all together on the canvas, but has no bearing whatsoever on the actual cutting process. So I'm just grouping the colors, the red with the red, the green with the green, the yellow with the yellow, and so on. All right, so the very next thing that we're going to do is we are going to finally hit Make It. It's going to sort them by color. Okay, I'm using the Maker 3, so it's asking if I want to do it on the mat or off the mat. And I want to do it on the mat because I'm not using Smart Materials. If you're using the Smart Materials, feel free to do it off the mat. It'll be fine. Okay, so you can see we have our black mat. It looks like it's going to cut properly. Scroll down, we can select each mat to make sure that they are going to cut properly. And you're going to have to do it for each individual mat. Just doing it for one will not do it for all of them. Mirror all of them. One very important thing that I have learned in working with different colors is you want to select, when you're working with different colors, it just helps me if you select the very top one. The ones that are not selected will be grayed out. because it's going to cut from, so say I've selected the red mat, it's going to cut starting with the red mat. And I have messed up so many projects because of that, guys.
So our Cricut is ready to go. And the next thing that we need to do is load our mat. So we're going to start with the black. When you're using the HTV vinyl, you're always going to want to put your shiny side down because that is the side that the carrier sheet is on. And just cut it in half. Because honestly, guys, when I went to buy this, I thought I got the 12 by 24 sheets. I'll put the shiny side down and on the mat. Load the black mat. And so we're just going to push that little button, and the Maker 3 is going to make sure that we have enough vinyl for our cut. And then we're going to put the other colors on their mats for a seamless, smooth we're going to put the red in there, and it's going to go through the same process. I'll be pulling up the vinyl from its carrier sheet. So I'm going to be using my weeding tool from Cricut, just the little hook tool, and my grab and stab tweezers from 143 Vinyl. These are my favorite. I use these as much as I can, but this vinyl is sometimes a little difficult to get started, so I like to use my Cricut tool. Got it all weeded, and it's time to put it all together. How we're going to do this is we are going to line up parts. So I'm putting the crown on first, and I don't know if you can see that or not, but you can see the carrier sheet is going to lay over the top of those words from the saying. So we are going to cut this as close to the crown as we can without cutting into the crown. And then we'll just line those hearts up again. There you have the crown over the words. Alright, next we're going to do the leaves. And this one's going to be a little trickier because it's on both sides. So what we're going to need to do is cut as close to the leaf as we can without touching it, and go up and cut under the heart, and then back on the inside of the leaf as close as we can without cutting it or touching it, and then around. And just for good measure, I'm going to cut below the leaves too, even though I don't think that'll be an issue, but I don't want it to be.
get the shoe. This one might be a little tricky as well. We want to match the heart up and see where it's going to go over those words. We're going to need to, again, cut close to the shoe without cutting into it. The shoe don't need to line it up with the hearts. It'll end in the words right there. But we do need to cut around. Alright, and now it's time to lay it all on our shirt and iron it on and see what happens. So now we're ready to iron our design onto our t-shirt. And I already has a heat guide on their website. And so I looked it up, and we need to iron this shirt at 315 degrees for 30 seconds. I already got my settings on my Easy Press 2, and it's warming up. So while that's warming up, we're going to make sure our design doesn't get messed up in first place. So got my Cricut Easy Press mat, heat mat. I honestly don't remember what it's called. You can use a towel, you can use a pillow that goes in between or underneath. So I'm just setting my t-shirt out on it, and for some reason my Easy Press shut off. So I'm going to use my mini press. So we've got our design printed and put together. It's all looking good. So now it is time to iron it on our t-shirt. And so I'm using my mini press. So it's going to be, the thing about the mini press is you can't set an exact temperature and or a timer. So we'll just have to play with it and see what happens. So while that's heating up, I just set it on the high setting. This needs to heat at 315 degrees for 30 seconds. We're going to place our design about 3 inches below the neckline. So I've got my neckline right there. So we're going to place the top of the design. That's 3 inches. We're going to place it about right there. And flip it over so that it's you can see the design. And I'm just going to pull this up. Okay. All right, the Easy Press is ready. Mini press, excuse me. And I'm going to put a piece of butcher paper over the top of it, just to protect it. If I was using the Easy Press, I would put like a cardstock or something a little thicker. So you're supposed to use light pressure with this mini press. We're going to try what I did just then in a minute when it cools down, but after we do the top, it says to turn it over and iron it from the back for about 15 seconds. So we'll do that. We don't need the butcher paper because we've got the t-shirt. Alright, so we'll flip it back over. And this is a cool peel, so we're going to wait just a minute for it to cool down. And then we'll see how that did. We'll see how that worked out. Hopefully it did okay. But if there's any piece that didn't iron down well, we can always go back. Alright, there's that. That leaf came off. Guys, look how nice that turned out. Alright, so that's it. Wasn't that easy and fun? Guys, I just love it. Now, to take care of this, you will want to wash it in cold water
you'll want to wash it inside out and hang it to dry. I think that if I had to run it through the dryer, it would be when it's almost dry and just for a few minutes, like maybe 3 to 5 minutes, something like that, just to finish drying it. I just love this t-shirt. I'm gonna wear it everywhere, I just know I am. So that's it, and guys, don't forget to click this link right up here to find out about my YouTube subscriber Cricut tool giveaway. And I am going to put a disclaimer here that Cricut did not provide any of these tools for me. I bought them all personally, and I am so excited to share them with you. So be sure to watch that video up there. And if you have any questions, guys, just leave them in the chat below, and I will answer them just as soon as I see them. And I'd love to help answer your questions. I'd love to know what you would like to see me make, and if it's something I can do, I absolutely will. So be sure to follow me on Pinterest and Facebook and also Instagram. And until I see you again, happy crafting!